JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, CTOC raids in Maypen, healed guns and arrest. Members of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch CTOC on Wednesday seized 6 illegal guns and nearly 100 rounds of ammunition during a major operation in the community of Farm in Clarendon. 2 suspects were arrested in connection with the seizures. 4 of the weapons and most of the ammunition were found at a premises on Smith Avenue in Oliver Gardens, while the other weapons were found at a location on Alexander Avenue in the same community. A Mach 11 submachine gun and 5 handguns were seized in the early morning operation. Superintendent Carlos Russell, head of the Clarendon Police, said the community was targeted in a bid to nab known gangsters and recover high-powered weapons. Oliver Gardens, also known as Farm, is identified by the police as a crime hotspot in the parish.
As part of our continued action against gangs and guns, and this is a part of that operation. Some of the gangsters that are operating in our space, and as you know, in recent times we have been having some incidents that have been spreading to other parishes in Area 3, and we have also seen where there was also some threats that have gone out, threats against police officers and other civilians, and as such we would have targeted some of those criminals that we believe are involved. Farm has a history of violence. However, for 2023 we would have seen that the work that we would have put in targeting the gangsters would have paid off. We did not have any murders in the community of Farm for last year, and but we know that the guns are still here, and we want to find the guns, and we will continue to do those targeted operations to get the guns that are here.
6 females in custody after attack on 14-year-old. 6 females, aged 15 to 52, are currently in police custody awaiting charges for their involvement in a mob attack on a 14-year-old girl in Clarendon on Saturday. The genesis of the incident is reportedly linked to a love triangle, although the victim herself was not directly part of the romantic dispute. According to the Superintendent of Police in charge of the Clarendon Division, the necessary investigations are underway so that those involved can be charged. They are in custody and the necessary due diligence is being carried, Russell said. He also decried the actions of those involved in the mobbing. The genesis of this incident would have been from a love triangle, and although the 14-year-old herself was not part of this love triangle, she has a family member who is involved, and as such, she was targeted. Actions like these are despicable, and it can't be that grown persons who are supposed to be setting examples for the younger ones are the persons that are involved in beating a child, Russell said. He is also encouraging parents and adults to protect their children. She received serious head injuries but was released from hospital. However, we are awaiting the medical report to determine the seriousness of the charges. PNP mourns sudden death of council candidate Maxine Salabi. The People's National Party, PNP, is in mourning following the sudden death of Maxine Salabi, the council candidate for the Friendship Division in Western Westmoreland. The incident reportedly occurred on Wednesday during a meeting at Hotel Commingle in Savlamar, where Salabi, while delivering a brief speech, requested to be excused due to not feeling well. Shortly after leaving, she reportedly collapsed and was swiftly transported to the hospital, where she later died. The PNP expressed their profound sadness and shock on social media, releasing a statement that read, "The People's National Party is deeply saddened and shocked to announce the passing of Comrade Maxine Salabi, our council candidate for the Friendship Division, Western Westmoreland." Salabi's death comes just months after she assumed the position, replacing Tyrone Guthrie, the previous PNP council candidate who is facing charges related to the forcible abduction and sexual assault of a 16-year-old. Another St. Elizabeth teacher dies within 2 weeks. A second St. Elizabeth teacher has died in less than 2 weeks. The information technology educator of the Roger Clark High School in the parish passed on Tuesday. He is 28-year-old Damani Campbell from the parish. Campbell died after suffering a seizure. The school has since issued a statement expressing regret at his passing. Death has robbed us of one of our very passionate, student-centered, jovial, and dedicated teachers, the release read. There are no words to express the tremendous grief that as a school we are experiencing. He has left an indelible and impactful mark on our school community. We express our deepest, most heartfelt condolences to his loved ones, the Roger Clark High School's release added. On December 20, the Locovia High School in St. Elizabeth was plunged into mourning following the sudden death of their librarian and the social studies teacher, Alexis Tomlinson. Tomlinson, 40, is suspected to have died in her sleep 5 days before Christmas at her Belmont, Westmoreland home. Campbell's death brings to fore the number of educators who have died in the parish in recent months. Teen reportedly found dead in St. Mary. 19-year-old bartender Tamika Arthurton, otherwise called Nikki, was reportedly found hanging from a tree near her house on Tuesday, January 2. This was her second attempt. She had tried before. She was seen hanging from a tree and was cut down. She did it again today, head of the St. Mary Police Division, Superintendent Bobette Morgan Simpson said. According to police reports, Arthurton was at home on Sports Road in Islington when she told her mother and stepfather that she was going outside to do laundry. Her stepfather went in search of her when she failed to return after a few hours. He reportedly discovered her body hanging by a hose from a tree. The police were called and Arthurton's body was removed. Ongoing speculation suggests that she was facing financial challenges and relationship problems. The Islington police are investigating. Taxi operator dies following family dispute in Manchester. A taxi operator died on Wednesday from injuries he sustained after being beaten in the head during a domestic dispute in Cocoa Walk, Manchester on Tuesday. Relatives named the deceased man as Gary Taylor, 51, a resident of Three Chains District near Mandeville in the parish. A police report said about 5:05 p.m. on Wednesday, Taylor got into an argument with a relative at a family home in Cocoa Walk when he was hit in the head and upper body. He was taken to hospital where he died while undergoing treatment early Wednesday morning. A police source said the relative turned himself in following the incident. Lawyers saw Amoy Leon Issa awaiting update on murder probe. Lawyers representing Amoy Leon Issa, the St. James woman, reportedly under investigation for the murder of her 9-year-old son, Gabriel King, say they are still awaiting word from investigators on the status of the case. The Supreme Court had ordered Leon Issa to hand over the password to her cell phone to investigators to assist them in their probe. The ruling in November came after months of legal wrangling between Leon Issa attorneys and the police over access to the password for the phone. She had previously refused to hand over the password, claiming her privacy was being breached. Following the ruling, head of the Area 1 Police Headquarters, Assistant Commissioner Clifford Chambers, announced that investigators were expected to make progress in their probe into the death of a 9-year-old after they received the password to unlock Leon Issa's cell phone. But Leon Issa's attorney, Chukwuemeka Cameron, said 2 months after the password was handed over to the cops, there is no word on the status of the investigation. According to Cameron, his client, whose reputation and name has been badly damaged, is eagerly awaiting word from the police. Gabriel, who was autistic, was reportedly abducted from his mother on January 13, 2022, along the Tucker Main Road in Montego Bay, St. James. It was later found dead in her vehicle, which was abandoned on the Fairfield Main Road. Leon Issa told investigators she was attempting to navigate a pothole along the roadway when armed thugs hijacked her vehicle and sped off with her child. Trelawney woman charged with husband's murder. The Trelawney police say Sylvia Montague Brown, the woman who is a suspect in the murder of her husband, has been charged. Commander of the Trelawney Police Division, Deputy Superintendent Winston Milton, said that Montague Brown surrendered to the police on Tuesday. She was then questioned and charged with murder. DSP Milton did not disclose her court date. It supported that on Friday about 8 p.m., Montague Brown, who had a tumultuous relationship with her husband, visited the Wakefield police station and reported a threat against her by her spouse. The police visited the home, spoke with the couple, and warned them to keep the peace. Montague Brown reportedly spent the night at the home of a relative, but it's alleged that about 5:30 Saturday morning, Montague Brown and her brother stormed into Brown's house and confronted him about his behavior. This led to an altercation during the brawl involving the three. Brown was allegedly hit repeatedly with a concrete block. Investigators reported that the badly injured man, who collapsed, was then placed on a sheet of zinc by his wife and her brother and taken into bushes about 200 meters away from the house. Citizens who overheard the altercation summoned the police, and on their arrival, the body was found. Montague Brown's 6-year-old brother was later arrested by the police as a suspect in the killing. 425 road deaths in 2023, says RSU. The Road Safety Unit RSU is reporting that 425 road users were killed in 384 fatal crashes in 2023. That number includes 56 females and 369 males. By comparison, 79 females and 409 males were killed in road crashes in 2022. Based on the latest statistics, 2023 marks the 5th consecutive year that the death toll on the nation's roads has surpassed the 400 mark. Last year, 488 road users were killed in motor vehicle crashes. 487 died in 2021, 433 were killed in 2020, and 440 died in 2019. Of significance is that 63 fewer road users were killed in 2023 than in 2022, a 13% reduction. Fatal crashes were down 10% last year. The trend remains the same among road users, with motorcyclists making up the bulk of the fatalities. 135 were killed in 2023 compared to 142 last year. Additionally, 75 pedestrians were killed, so too 74 drivers of private motor cars, 10 passengers of commercial motor vehicles, 24 pedal cyclists, 18 pillion riders, 21 passengers of public passenger vehicles, and 52 passengers of private motor cars. The RSU said that vulnerable road users, pedestrians, pedal cyclists, motorcyclists, and pillion riders combined accounted for 59% of the road users killed last year. Overall, males accounted for 87% of the road deaths, with females accounting for the remaining 13%. Driven by motorcyclist deaths, the parish of Westmoreland accounted for most road fatalities with 14%, followed by St. Catherine with 13%. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.